Okay, here we go. So this is the first section of Path to the Heart. This is think. Okay? And before we start with think and getting into all this stuff, let's try to approach this whole exercise and experience with that open mindset. Let's free up any expectations that we have, any stresses, any worries, any things that we're thinking about prior to coming into this experience. And let's just approach this with an open and loving attitude. You're spending the time doing this, so why not just put yourself in a position that's going to give you the highest likelihood to succeed? And really, you already are succeeding just because you're spending time on yourself. So already, yes, you're good. Okay? So yeah, in Path to the Heart, the two things, right? We're trying to make more decisions based off love. And we want to start to develop the habits that has us spending time with ourselves. And so one of those habits that I really want you guys to develop is writing stuff down. So with that being said, get your growth journals open. And if you don't have the growth journal, please, Blue the Collective will send you one with a handwritten note. If you want to just throw open anything, a journal that you already have, a notepad, whatever. But it's a consistent place that you can go to chart your growth and your progress and see where you've been and where you're going. Okay? So get those growth journals open. You're in that quiet place that's free of distraction, and let's spend some time on ourselves. Okay, so we're going to label this as the first section of our Path to the Heart, and this is going to be think. So go ahead and write think down on the top portion of your page. And let's put today's date right underneath think. Awesome to look back on this stuff and like, whoa, 6 months ago I wrote this and I did this and this is what happened. Holy smokes. I really am being intentional about my life. Okay? So we've got think, we've got our date. And let's just go ahead and write this little illustration down. And all three of these sections, we're going to have illustrations. It just helps me comprehend things better, remember things. And I hope that it does the same for you guys. So this is going to be the thinking triangle, as you'll see right here. And at the top portion of our thinking triangle, you just got to put the word thinking. Write the word thinking at the top portion of our triangle. You can do this however you want. Maybe you write your 3 words first, and then you write your triangle to connect the 3. Whatever feels good to you. And then we'll go back and explain and talk about the illustration. But let's just get it down first. So right here we have the top portion is going to be thinking. The next bottom portion, or the bottom leg of our thinking triangle, we're going to have the word connecting. Connecting. So write that down. So we've got thinking, we've got connecting, and then the third portion of our triangle is going to be reflecting. Thinking, connecting, reflecting. Okay? And this is really cool because you can look at this and this explains it perfectly what it is that we want to be doing to kind of ponder our lives or figure out what it is that we even want out of this life. But before we go into these next sections of release and love, we've got to start to develop the habits first that has us just spending time with ourselves. Okay, so I love the top portion of this. This is thinking, right? This is actually, I call it the verb of what it is that we're doing. Okay? Hey, honey, what are you doing next Tuesday morning? Oh, I'm going to be thinking. Okay. Thinking. He's going to be thinking. Okay. Well, what does that mean? Something's happening when I'm thinking. And that's the next portion of the triangle, and that's connecting. I am connecting with myself. Whatever state or form I'm in, that doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you're going to connect with yourself, analyze what's going on. Okay? So once we start to connect with ourselves, that's where we go to that next portion of the triangle. That's the reflecting portion. Okay, we're going to reflect on what it was that we felt when we were thinking and connecting. Thinking, connecting, reflecting. Okay, so that's all this is this is just really broad, parameters that will have you guys starting to develop these habits for your own self-introspection. And whether you adapt and use this specifically, whatever, it's cool. It's just, or you're plugging your own thing into this. But the more time that we spend thinking, connecting with ourselves, and then reflecting on what it was that we were feeling or experiencing, why we were connecting, that's where good stuff starts to happen. Because it's really hard to be clear on what it is that we want out of our life if we're not spending this time thinking. We're not communing with ourselves. We're not connecting with ourselves. How do I know what I want to be intentional about if I'm not even connecting with myself? If I'm not reflecting on what I'm doing with my life? Okay? So hopefully you guys are getting that. The thinking, connecting, reflecting triangle. Again, this is meant for you guys just to dial in on you. Okay, so you've got that written down. Thinking, connecting, reflecting. And so what we want to do in this first week of Path to the Heart, again, we're just trying to develop habits. We're taking baby steps, and we're just thinking about our lives, right? And so what I want you guys to do in this first week of Path to the Heart is when we're actually going to be thinking, connecting, and reflecting with ourselves this week, let's ask some questions, or let's figure out what it even looks like in our own personal lives to be thinking, connecting, and reflecting. Okay, so write these questions down, and what we'll do is we'll give you these questions. They'll be on the screen, and then we're just going to give you, a good 5 minutes of landscape, music, for you guys to think and connect and reflect with yourselves right now. And then I'm hopeful on this because these could be meditation points or things that you're thinking about throughout the week. And then our next week is going to be our application week where we're actually pre-planning times to do this stuff. Okay, so here's the questions. Go ahead and write this down. So when I'm thinking, connecting, and reflecting, what am I doing? And this is you personally in your life, whether it's something you're currently doing now, something you would like to be doing, it could be something you've done in the past. But let's start to identify what it means for you guys to think, connect, and reflect. Okay? So here's a triangle, when I'm thinking, connecting, and reflecting, what am I doing? Write that down. And then the second question is, when I'm actually doing that, right, the thinking, the triangle, what am I doing? Okay, got that. Well, what am I feeling? Or what am I experiencing when I am thinking, connecting, and reflecting? Or just write the triangle. You know what that means. What am I experiencing when I am thinking, connecting, reflecting? I want to give you enough time to get that down. And if I'm going too fast on any of this, please pause, do whatever you need to do. This course is all meant to go at your own pace. But let's take some time right now to kind of go through those questions and just write in your girl journals, whatever that looks like for you. And then let's think about this stuff throughout the week. And if you want to revisit these questions in the middle of the week again, great. But this is really meant just to get your guys' mental process going. Because in the next week, we're actually going to talk about application and applying this stuff and pre-planning. Okay, we're taking baby steps. We're developing the habits and the behaviors right here, right now. This is powerful stuff. You guys are taking the first step right now in this journey for you to do you. Okay, so enjoy this landscape, and then we'll see you next week in application. Thanks, guys. I'm out. See you later. Can't tell I'm sweating. It's already 100 degrees in the desert. It's awesome, though. It's my path to the heart. Thanks.